Hello, world. Hello, world. I appreciate y'all for being here. This is Mike on the mic, another episode. I mean, nothing crazy, just another victory episode. You know, just routine, just another dub episode. Good dub versus Jets. Easy win, expected win, did what we were supposed to do, which is important. Very important, man. Don't sleep on this win. Don't sleep on this win. Every time people what they call these games, trap games. It's a trap game, man. Everybody expects you to come out and win. We did what we were supposed to do. We came and we got that dub. It was closer than what I really wanted it to be, but it really wasn't even close. Like, really, it wasn't. It was still a game where we had to play all game because they were still realistically in reach where they could come back, but the game wasn't really close. We came out, scored, first drive, first possession. Did what we I mean, I didn't see anything crazy. I saw what we've been doing with Flacco. They came out and you saw something that was unexpected. They drove down the field like they were us. They not us, man. It's levels to this. They came down the field. They had their scripted plays, man. Give them credit. They had things that they felt like they could take advantage of in our defense, and they did that on that first possession. They did that, man. Marched right down the field. But again, man, it's levels to this. Our defense is not the number one defense and been dominant just because it's just worked out that way. Man, it's hard to sustain. Hard to sustain. That defense is a different level. I keep telling y'all, it don't matter whether it's the Jets, the Chiefs, the Ravens, like whoever you want to name. It does not matter. That defense is gonna cause problems. I don't care who it is. And I'm talking about problems. You're going to have to take them serious. Only people that have done something consistent against our defense were, man, you actually were like, dang, man, they kind of carving us up. Is Matthew Stafford, and it was Gardner Minshew. I'm not come on. It's granted this season in total, all the quarterbacks, all the offenses have kind of been in shambles, man. A lot of quarterbacks have been off kilter and all that. But the Browns, you can say we taking advantage of it, whatever you want to say. But we doing it against everybody. It's a level of defense that I'm telling y'all, it travels. Because when you can cause chaos, man, you gonna cause problems. Because a lot of guys can deal with the chaos for a play or two, a drive or two. But over the course of an entire game where you got to be disciplined, you got to be on point, and you got to execute, that's rough. That's rough. That's rough. Especially when, like I said, it's also just a talent level. Like the Jets they're not in it. They're not mentally in it. We did what we were supposed to do. We came, we punched them in the mouth. A lot of them guys was like, man, and we down by multiple possessions. Season over. Let's go ahead, check this one out. That's a dub. Flacco. Routine. The same thing we've been seeing. And Joku's eating. Flacco's eating. He's spreading the ball around, which was crazy today because we barely had receivers to spread the ball around too. Mari Cooper didn't play at all in the game, and then Elijah Moore was en route to having the best game of the season so far, getting a little revenge game, had a touchdown, had just got a big catch, and then got tackled, suffered that concussion, which, yeah, any of y'all who watched that game, who watched it and saw the play, the dude was out of it. So I didn't expect him to return in that game. He didn't return in the game. We still got the job done because it's a standard. It's a standard, y'all. We had a whole kicker not play. We had to sign a practice squad kicker off the streets. Granted, he played well for the Lions. I believe he was on the Lions early. They cut him, but he played well, had a good percentage and all that. But they cut him. We had a punter come in. Like this, when you have a standard on your team and you bring guys in that have any type of competitiveness in them, which most of these guys, like you don't make it to the NFL because you're not competitive. Like these guys gonna want to be up to par with everybody else. It's a standard I got to be up to. It's easy, man. It doesn't matter who we've lost all season. I'm to the point where I've seen it enough. It doesn't matter. Resiliency. We resilient. It does not matter. Across the board, we have the same mentality. I don't know who the heart of it is, but they're healthy every week because they bring it. They that mentality, the Browns bring it every week. It does not matter. You got to see us. We missing Ward. We missing Miles Garrett. You got to see us. We missing Amari Cooper. We missing Chubb, Watts, whoever it is, man. You got to come see us, the Browns, and we gonna play the same way. And it's gonna be a physical style of football. So even whether you got the talent or not, that physical football, it wears on you, man. Especially in the league nowadays. It's 2023. We're not talking about early 2000s or way back in the day, like where it was just physicality and you could just, it was defensive dominant. Like our defense is dominating in a league right now where the defenses are not designed to dominate in terms of like the rules and all that. Like they want to see high scoring, big quarterback numbers, not a lot of quarterback hits. They don't want all that. And you still see the chaos. They cost a couple holds for Miles Garrett this game, but like we've seen the holds every week that they don't call. Like those are penalties. That's not being a biased Browns fan. Like that's a penalty. Anybody who realistically watches those plays, like these are penalties. And not call. Our defense is spectacular, y'all. And it's scheme mixed with our personnel. That scheme, that short scheme, is perfect for our personnel. Cause JOK, that's what he does. He's flying around. You've seen that today. And I'm saying these things because it's gonna show up against anybody. It's not just the Jets. Those type of plays show up against anyone. Anyone. Standard. I love it, man. Love seeing the Browns just have a way that I can expect them to play every game. Every game. I like this. This is a special season. A special season. My last video ruffled a few feathers, ruffled a few feathers. Man, there's some Ravens fans, y'all. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. The Ravens are legit. Like, I get it. I'm not sleeping on the Ravens, man. I'm not. The Ravens are a legitimate team. Good team. Can beat the Browns. Have beat the Browns. DTR, whatever. But they beat us. I'm not sleeping on them, man. But you got to understand. You have to understand what we're missing, who we're missing, and what we're doing in spite of it. Like, take a step back from me wearing the Browns hat and all the Browns stuff and you being a fan, whatever team you are. If you know football, which if you're watching this, y'all know football, look at what we're missing and what we're still doing. We missing our left tackle, our right tackle, our superstar running back, our franchise quarterback. We've missed Miles Garrett for chunks of the season where he hasn't been healthy. Didn't miss games, but the dude's arm was messed up. Ward has missed parts of the season. Like Thornhill just came back. Delpit went down. He was one of our best players. Anthony Walker, our starting linebacker, has gone down. Like the injuries, backup tackles gone down, defensive tackle, like the injuries. If we just scratch the surface of our top guys, let's just focus on Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb in whatever tackle position you want to say is most important. Them three guys on IR. Name me, let's say the Ravens. Y'all Ravens fans, tell me where you think y'all be at, man. Give me Lamar Jackson. Y'all did lose y'all running back at the first game of the season or second game of the season for the entire season. He was hurt, but none of y'all running backs is a Nick Chubb. But we'll still play the game. You lose Lamar, lost y'all running back like y'all did, and let's say y'all lost his offensive tackle or something else, bro. Without Lamar, it's a wrap right there. Like without Lamar, y'all about to be 10-5, 11-5. Come on, man. It's levels to this. And what y'all don't understand is, man, them guys coming back. Like, we didn't trade them away. We didn't cut them. Like no matter what happens this year, the fact that we in the same conversation with the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Bill, like we're in the same conversation or in a higher tier in most people's opinion with all the teams in the AFC. And guess what? We're not at our best. Not we're not at our best because in the offseason we gonna pick up this free agents because we got this spot we need filled. No, we not at our best because we know Chubb's coming back. We know Watson's coming back. We know we're getting our left tackle back. We know we're getting DeJuan Jones or Conklin back. I'll take either one of them. We know we're getting some of them pass rushers back, the interior pass rushers. We know we like these are people we're getting back guaranteed. We ain't even talked about free agency yet. So whatever happens this year, man, this ain't just about this year. Man, look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. The same way I get on here and I preach about, man, we don't have years to waste. These injuries, yeah, they killing us. We got to make moves. And early on the season, I was saying, man, I'm ready to get rid of Stefanski. But when you're getting dubs, you can't. I'm not getting rid of the dude, man. He's winning in spite of all of this. I still stick with Coach of the Year, and he's my Coach of the Year. Period. Period. You can't. I can't. You can't argue. Who else, man, could deal with this and be in the conversation with any other team in the league? Any team in the league, you can't. The Browns are in the conversation. It's ridiculous what we're doing. It's ridiculous. I don't even remember what my point was, man. I'm ranting. I just went on a rant. I don't even remember what I was saying. But man, we are in a fantastic position. That's what I was saying. The future. Our future, man. We don't have years to waste because our window is wide open with the players we have now. Now, under contract. Next year, under contract. Come on. You see what our roster is. You see the depth of our roster. It's going to be trouble. It's trouble in the AFC. I'm telling you. All these guys are sitting back injured. Man, they sitting back. Why? They hungry. This is making them hungrier. They're not getting complacent. You think they watching this and they're like, oh, I'm just going to sit back and man, they hungry. They want to be out there. We going to get guys back healthy. Some will get back possibly in the playoffs. Guys like Delpit, Cooper obviously be back. He was a game time decision. He didn't play. Like we're getting guys back healthy for the playoffs. Like we not even gonna forget about next year. I just want to throw that out there just to let some people realize like this is not just about this season. It's not just about 2023, man. Y'all better look at the big picture and see that this a hostile long-term takeover. Hostile. For years we've been down. Ain't about man, come on. Come on, man. We setting something up this. It's gonna be tough to deal with for the next couple years, man. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. Flacco doing Flacco things. The turnovers, we gotta live with those, y'all. The turnovers are gonna happen. Cause the guy's a gunslinger. Like he's gonna trust in his arm. And I mean for good reason, man. The dude has an elite arm. I told y'all that arm. That time off, I think, was the best for him. His arm got even better in that time. Got some rest. That dude's arm is elite, and that's why he tries to make a lot of throws that he really shouldn't. And that's why you see interceptions, you see plays where you're like, whoo, that was close. Should have been picked off. He's going to give defenses opportunities. But in the same token, man, what he's going to do is if he does turn it over, man, he's going to stay calm. He's not going to panic. His teammates aren't going to panic. Man, that's a big impact. That's huge across the board. That's huge. That presence that he has is huge. They believe. Like they believe. Y'all see what Njoku out there doing? Cooper wasn't out there. You can't say, hey, they focusing on Cooper. Cooper wasn't out there all game. Everybody I heard all, and I agree, Elijah Moore is not a number one receiver because he's not physical enough. He just doesn't, it is what it is, man. He can't hit the gym and grow a couple inches and put on more weight and just bulk up just like that. It's not his build. It's not his stature. He's not a number one receiver. And you see he got banged up tonight. He's not that. But you can't say he was getting doubled or anything like that. He ain't been that all season. Was having a good game. But man, Njoku, man, I told y'all, he a top tight end. Top tight end. Not in the AFC, not in the AFC North, like not just among like, top tight end, period. You can't name me five better than him. I told you, only people I put above him definitively is Kelsey, Kittle. That's it. That's all. That's it. It used to be a Darren Waller conversation, man. That ship has sailed. And Joku's there. And look at his contract. The same contract that years ago when he signed it, it looked horrible. Because y'all wasn't looking at the big picture, man. How young this dude is. This dude ain't even really, he just now hitting the prime of his career, his prime years. You see what Kelsey doing at his age? I told y'all, now this contract looks great. For the production he's giving us, take that contract all day. Because he's now in an offense where, as much as I preach Deshaun Watson's praises, and he is our quarterback, and he is a better quarterback than Flacco, this is an offense that is beneficial to everybody in the offense. This Flacco and Kevin Stefanski marriage offense it's perfection. It works great. Absolutely compatible with everybody. People gonna touch the ball. The ball's getting moved around. It's very easy. Hey, 1-2 drop. I'm throwing the ball here. It's very timing. I know when I'm gonna get the ball. But Deshaun Watson is very unorthodox. It's you might be open and he might just be scrambling on the other side of the field. It's more unorthodox. So that's why it's more important for Watson to kind of just get on the field with Njoku and them have playing time together so they can learn each other. Whereas, man, Flacco just comes in and it's okay. Njoku running an out route, I'm going to drop back and I'm going to throw him the out route, period. I'm not about to scramble and try to get a bigger play. Like, I'm going to throw him this out route because he's a big body and he'll be open, and I'm going to just keep trusting him to catch it. And it's as simple as that. This dude's a freak of nature, Njoku is. Like, he's a freak of nature. The dude that size, running that fast. Before I get it, he wasn't catching the ball consistently. Guy's young, man. That's probably the toughest position in the NFL. My goodness, Mike can't talk on the mic. Toughest position in the NFL for rookies to come in. It's hard to learn that position. Kyle Pitts ain't even doing it. You saw how great he was coming out of college. He over there doing nothing with the Falcons, really. Not that the Falcons have anything going on. But my point is, receivers come in all the time, and you see them beast right off the rip. They can come in rookie year, they putting up big numbers. It's hard with tight ends, man. You got to be an offensive lineman and a receiver. Like it's hard. You got to deal with the physicality of a grown man. It's hard. Njoku, top tight end. Top. Hopefully, Elijah Moore, we can get him back because we do need him in the offense. He is important. He is an important piece of the offense, man. He really works the middle of the field on them underneath routes. Like he's very important. Mostly because we don't have a lot of depth. Like we don't have a lot of guys that can do what he does. David Bell is kind of that type of player, but David Bell's just not there yet, man. I love Tillman. Big fan of Tillman, like I told you before, but David Bell's just not there yet to me. He's really not. There's something about his game where it's not, it doesn't feel natural when I watch him play. Like he's thinking too much, which is typical. I mean, he's a young player. He's a young guy. But this what we seeing now with Flacco and the Browns, it's gonna be hard to beat. It's gonna be hard to beat. Even the plays tonight, a lot of the plays we just gave them a touchdown. That interception Flacco threw right to the guy's hands. I don't remember who it was. Right in his hands, he caught it on a tip pass, ran it for a touchdown, defensive touchdown. Like we gave them that touchdown, that interception. That's not an interception that they should have made. But like I said, Flacco's gonna give them opportunities. But my point in saying that is, man, we're giving, like, as lopsided as that game was, as dominant as our defense was, as good as our offense looked, man, there were multiple times where we just gave away the ball. We just gave them an opportunity, a golden opportunity. Granted, they did it for us a couple times. That kickoff return fumble they gave us and things like that's the nature of the game. But it's just it's just scary to think where our offense, where our team would be if our offense didn't turn the ball over so much. Like we got the number one defense while having we got the we got the number one worst turnover ratio. Like we have the worst turnover ratio. Like where like that doesn't even make sense. That that's just a testament to how dominant and how resilient this team has been, man. And I'm not trying to get on here and just keep harping our praises, but man, it really is a fantastic job we're doing, especially considering what we're used to, y'all. This is a team that I watched these guys fold plenty of times, time after time after time. I've seen us have expectations where we've got the talent of the roster. Them Odell and Jarvis years, man, our roster was ridiculous. Our on paper, our roster was ridiculous. We had the team, period. But we just didn't have a standard. Nobody was setting the standard. When you got guys like Jarvis Landry on that famous Hard Knocks episode, he talking about it's contagious and man, we not the same Browns. Like he felt that. That's real. I told y'all last time that's real. It's a different team, y'all. A different team, and I cannot wait to keep making these victory videos, man. I can't wait to make our first playoff video because we clinched the playoffs tonight. We are a playoff team, period, which is beautiful because now guys can rest up if they need to. I'm all for that. Love the fact that Amari Cooper didn't play. No need to force him. No need to even try to suit him up and try to play. You're not playing. You're kind of gimpy a little bit. Your heel hurt. Nah, you're not going to play. Because we're good enough to beat teams like this just on effort alone. Just because we're better than you. We just going to go out, play football, and we'll be better than you without Amari Cooper. He can rest. We got the Bengals next week. Rest guys if they need it. Rest guys if they need it. Ford had a good game, but he's been banged up. He's been banged up, man. Couple fumbles during the game from our running backs. That type of stuff, man. We definitely can't have Flacco giving the ball away, and we're gonna be fumbling the ball. Now, fumbles ain't from our running backs haven't been a huge issue for like since like this season. But if we start having Flacco turning the ball over, because that he's gonna keep throwing interceptions, or at least giving the defense opportunity to have them to get them. We can't pair that with fumbling the ball as well. Can't happen. Cannot happen. But we're in good shape, man. We not only control our destiny, like we know we punched our ticket. We will be in the playoffs. Where we're exactly seated at, we don't know. We can still win the AFC North. If the Ravens lose to the Dolphins, who they play this Sunday, and then they also have to lose to the Steelers, who they played the last week of the season. They lose both those games, and we beat the Bengals next week, the division is ours. Is that going to happen? Baltimore's at home in both them games. I don't see them losing both of those games. But either way, like I said, we in the playoffs. And like I said last week, I don't see nobody that's going to make me tremble when I see them on the schedule. I don't care who it is. From Jacksonville to Baltimore to Kansas City to Buffalo, I don't care. Obviously, I have preferences, got easier matchups. But none of those are some mountain that seems unclimbable. That's the team we've got now, y'all. A team where we can look across the league and say, if our team shows up, if the Cleveland Browns show up, heck, we done seen ourselves shoot ourselves in the foot. But as long as we show up and keep playing, you've seen it week after week. These guys don't stop. They don't stop. They didn't skip a beat when Elijah Moore dropped. They kept going. They kept playing. Same intensity. Man down. That sucks. We got to keep playing. We got a job to do. And they got the job done. And that's big because it's a lot of teams that come in with expectations to win games, and you see it every week. That's why it's called a trap game, because sometimes you get trapped. Listening to the tabloids, we supposed to win, and you get punched in the mouth. We didn't do that. We did what we were supposed to do, man. And that's big. I love it because that's not something I'm used to seeing. So, with that being said, man, I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate y'all. This is right after the game. The game just wrapped up. This video won't get uploaded until tomorrow. But, man, what a beautiful Friday it's going to be. Happy holidays. Happy New Year to you and yours, man. God bless y'all. God bless the year for y'all. I appreciate y'all for taking the time, man. I want to make sure I always say that and emphasize that because I truly do. I sincerely appreciate every single one of y'all. Every single one of y'all, whether you're commenting, whether you're watching, subscribing, whatever it is, liking the video, sharing it. I greatly appreciate it, man. And I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. I said appreciate twice because I really mean it. I meant to say it twice. But no, seriously, I appreciate y'all, man. I hope y'all have a great week. Good Browns dub. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. Peace.